We have seen one-dimensional and two-dimensional data tables under what-if analysis. What we're going to now learn is the solver. The solver is basically used to solve multivariable problems. We're going to see how we can make calculations using this. For that, first of all, you need to install solver in your Excel. Now, if you have a look at your Excel, under the data tab, you could find the solver available over here under the analysis option. But if you're using this Excel for the first time and if you haven't installed solver, there's something which you need to do. You need to install solver. For that, you need to go to the ribbon, the file tab in your Excel, go to options, and under options we have the feature of add-ins. Okay, as soon as you click on add-ins, you will find that under active applications we have a solver add-in here in front of us. But many a times this add-in, which is solver, would appear at the inactive application add-ins. So if you want to make it active, you just need to click on that and click on go. As soon as you will click on go, you will have this add-ins builder open up in front of you, wherein you will need to select the analysis tool pack and the solver add-in. Once you have ticked these two options, what you need to do is just click on OK. And within a few seconds, within a minute, you will find that solver is available now. So you need to have this solver with you before you start using the solver. Fine. Now, how this is going to help us? It is a what-if analysis tools that finds the optimal value of a target cell by changing values in the cells used to calculate the target cell. You might not understand what it means. Let me first explain you this example right in front of you, and then we shall go towards solving it using the solver. Okay, what you have in front of you are the products. These all are the products: TV sets, stereos, and speakers. These are the products. These are the profit per item, as in how much each TV set provides us a profit of 100. The quantity is 100. The inventory that goes into making a TV set includes chassis, picture tube, speaker cone, power supply, and electronics. Similarly, if you have to prepare or manufacture a stereo, you would require one quantity of chassis, no quantity of picture tube, two quantities of speaker cone, one quantity of power supply, and one quantity of electronics. Okay, so this is giving us the breakup as to what is the material that is required in order to produce one single quantity of a TV set, one single quantity of a stereo, and one single quantity of a speaker. These all are the raw materials which makes up these final products. So far so good. What else? You will see that this is the total inventory at the beginning. This is inventory that has been used up, and this is the final inventory that is left. How do you calculate the inventory used? If you have a look at this formula, this is fairly simple. It is telling us that how many chassis have been used up. Okay, so this is basically your chassis into the quantity. The chassis, again, inventory used for the stereos, so the stereo quantity, again the chassis that have been used for the speakers into the quantity. So this gives us the inventory that has been used up in case of chassis. The final inventory left is basically the inventory at the start minus this inventory that has been used up. Okay, so finally we have so much inventory left at the end of the day. Now this is fine. We have understood the problem. What is the objective of doing this problem? What I want to find out is basically find the quantities wherein I can maximize the profits. I want to find out the quantity wherein I'll make maximum of the profit. We can always manipulate data, change data, do trial and error, and find out the maximum profit. But that is going to take you a lot of time. Rather, we have this solver. On the click of a button, we'll be able to find out what will be the maximum profit at what quantity. So for that, what we need to do is simply click on the solver button. And now you have to set the solver parameters. The first thing that you require is you need to provide an objective, right? So what is your objective? You want to find quantities where we can maximize the profits. So what you need to link over here is the profit. That is cell number D20. What do you want to do? You want to maximize it. Let's say you want to minimize the cost. Then you would have linked the cost over here, the total cost, and you would have clicked on minimum. But since this is profit, we obviously want to maximize our profit. Hence we click on max. By changing what variable cells? What are we going to change? We're going to change the quantity, right? You want to change the quantity to find out the maximum profit. So what you need to link over here is the quantity. Link the quantity, and the next thing it asks you is subject to constraint. Do we have any constraint to this problem? Yes, we do have some constraints. Constraint is that the quantity cannot be negative anytime. Also, the inventory that is left cannot be negative at any time, right? So these are the two constraints that we need to put in. Click on add and it will ask us the constraint. The cell reference is going to be quantity. We don't want the quantity to be negative. So the quantity should be greater than equal to 0. Click on OK. We want to add one more constraint wherein the inventory left can never be 0. It should be always greater than equal to 0. So we are referencing the inventory left. It should be greater than equal to 0 and click on OK. Now we have the objective, the variables that are going to change, and the constraints to our particular problem. Now what we need to do is just click on solve. As soon as you click on solve, you will find that there are a few changes that have happened over here. Okay, it is giving us the maximum profit. And when can we get this maximum profit? When we have 250 TV sets, 65 stereos and 35 speakers. So this in all is going to give us the maximum profit of 28,000. Here what you are seeing is basically it is asking us whether you want to keep the solver solution or you want to restore the original values. If you want to keep the solution that is provided by the solver, which has given us the maximum profit at what quantities, you can click on OK. Fine. So this is how basically we're going to use the solver in order to find out the maximum profits. Similarly, you can do it for different scenarios wherein you want to minimize the cost, let's say. So you have to link the cost as your objective and similarly provide the necessary parameters in order to use your solver. In the next video, we're going to learn about goal seek function.